Meet a 33-year-old man who adheres to every standard of modern success. He maintains a rigorous fitness routine, volunteers for activism, attends therapy, and builds a career in film and theater that he genuinely loves. From the outside, his life is moving in the right direction. Yet, despite this list of objective achievements, he lives with a massive, painful void where connection should be. Every attempt at dating hits a wall. The women he likes are already partnered, emotionally unavailable, or simply uninterested. Even when a dating app conversation starts with promise, it inevitably fades into silence, every single time. He has optimized his life, checking every box for self-improvement, only to find that these efforts offer no guarantee of a partner. He is failing a test that seems to have no correct answers. Years of chronic rejection have rewritten his internal script. Now, the moment he feels a spark of interest, he immediately braces for the end. He hears a familiar voice whispering, "Here we go again," expecting the disappointment before the first date even happens. This exhaustion led him to ask a question that most people find unthinkable. He wanted to know if a medication, an experimental treatment, or a surgical procedure could permanently turn off his ability to feel romantic love. This request comes from a place of pure depletion rather than a hatred of love itself. He is tired of the compounding trauma that comes from hoping for something that never arrives. Asking to surgically excise a core human emotion reflects a spirit broken by a game that feels impossible to win. While he looked for a medical solution, outside observers began to notice the specific behavioral patterns keeping him trapped. This is the rejection loop. He exclusively pursues people who do not want him, while feeling no attraction to those who do. Each rotation creates mounting emotional debt. Constant rejection erodes his self-esteem until the mechanism of dating shatters into a heavy, joyless chore. The loop is the delivery system for his pain, but the true damage comes from how he interprets the loop's failures. Society often frames romantic love as the final, definitive metric of human value. We call it outsourced self-worth, the belief that our value is something granted to us by a partner. This mindset creates a dangerous internal logic. When a stranger on a dating app swipes left, he interprets it as empirical proof that he is fundamentally broken. Because of this, his genuine passions for film and fitness feel like incomplete sentences. Despite his talent and discipline, he struggles to view his accomplishments as enough on their own, without the validation of a relationship. His despair grows because he has surrendered his entire sense of worth to the arbitrary decisions of people who don't even know him. The true treatment for this condition is the radical act of completely decentering dating from his life's purpose. This involves stepping away from the apps, traveling for himself, and investing in deep platonic friendships that provide the connection he craves without the volatility of romance. This builds an internal ecosystem of joy. In this structure, the central node is the self, supported by balanced spokes like purpose, community, and health. Fulfillment is generated internally, making it independent of any relationship status. When romance is moved to the periphery, it becomes a welcome addition rather than a load-bearing pillar. If that node disappears, the rest of the ecosystem remains stable and resilient. Reclaiming his autonomy by walking away from the search is a declaration that his identity is already complete. Solitude can be daunting, but it is far safer than the reality of being trapped in an incompatible relationship just to avoid being alone. The most vital battle happens internally, where he learns to value his own company over the validation of others. True self-worth exists beyond the reach of a dating app. Romantic love is a beautiful addition to a life, but it was never meant to be the requirement for feeling entirely whole.